Crime doesn't pay, unless you're a bounty hunter. And in Easy Trigger's newest homage to 16-bit run-and guns, you make tons of money, but not before killing legions of gang members in a most violent way. Released on May 12th on several consoles and PC, Huntdown is a love letter to two things that we love most on the Big Retro Show: 80s pop culture and 16-bit video games. This pixel art beauty of a game is set in a dystopian post-war version of the 21st century, in which greed fuels society. Mega companies offer citizenship to those who will sell their soul to them. However, there are several gangs who care not for being productive members of society and fight against the authorities and themselves. Where do you fit into this whole world? You don't care about anything but money and play as one of 3 bounty hunters who have been hired by the Shimamoto Corporation. The corporation is led by the mysterious Wolf Mother, who hides her face and is one hell of a crocheter. Wolf Mother assigns you your targets for each mission, pitting you against 5 gangs who have taken over her territories. You can choose to take on the gangs using one of 3 bounty hunters, either single player or co-op, each with their own strengths. The Terminator-like John Sawyer is the biggest of the bunch. He is a special forces cop who left the law behind to become a bounty hunter. He is scarred and lost many of his limbs in combat. He's half robot. Then we have Mo-Man, who is a modified recon droid, stolen and empowered with banned software. Anaconda is the lone female of the trio and is an ex-commando and firearms expert. She is a loose cannon trained to assassinate without questions or mercy. What makes these characters so fun to play is their unique personalities. John Sawyer uses a lot of the same lines that you would find in a lot of the 80s action movies, and often sounds like Duke Nukem.
Burns, burns, burns. Got ya. Now we're talking.
He was my favorite to play, and at times, he had me cracking up with his lines. He is the most powerful of the bunch. Anaconda is a lady with an attitude and is cool and deadly at the same time. Her one-liners are just a notch below John Sawyer's in shock value, but she is fun to play nonetheless.
Oh, you'll pay for that!
Mo-Man is a congenial android who is the most refined of the 3. He is super speedy but causes the least amount of damage.
Room system defective. We need to speak to you.
The gangs, and especially the gang members, are what makes this game fun. It seems that Easy Trigger and Coffee Stain Publishing spared no expense when it comes to the 80s pop culture love they put into the game. The game consists of 20 levels, each with its own boss and unique setting. As far as the gangs go, you have the Hoodlum Dolls, violent punk rockers who would fit well in any Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome movie. Their leader is Troy Lawman. Sort of looks like he belongs in the Village People.
Just a little sip first. Please don't! Ah, please don't!
Then we have the Misconducts, a street gang inspired by ice hockey. They are experts in robbery and extortion with an affinity for explosives. Unholy Goalie, gotta love that name, is their leader.
Game on! You cannot match my power. Show them what misconducts are all about. Witness the power.
Heads up.
Up next is the Heat Seekers, a motorcycle gang who likes to play rough. They are rockabilly music fans who fashion their gang around ancient Rome centurions. Their leader is Ringo Road Rage.
Get out of the fast lane, imbecile! All of what you did to my ride, I have had it with the last few people. Yow! Cheerio!
The top dogs of this criminal underworld, however, are the #1 suspects. They are masters of discipline and organized crime. They are established martial arts experts who control casinos and nightclubs. They are led by the Shogun.
Sayonara, bounty hunter.
The Huntdown can best be described as a fresh take on the run-and-gun genre, reminiscent of games like Contra and Metal Slug, but something entirely new. Each mission is spread about by the different gangs. In each area, you must kill 4 sub-bosses, each unique and hilarious in their own right. One of the best aspects of this game is a variety of guns and melee weapons at your disposal. Your arsenal consists of your main gun and a sub-weapon. John Sawyer carries a .44 Magnum and wields a boomerang. Anaconda carries a semi-automatic handgun and carries an axe. And Moman carries a fully automatic handgun and throws darts. Along the way you will find several machine guns. Flamethrowers. RPGs, grenade launchers,
An increase in effectivity.
howitzers, katanas, old painless from the original Predator, and even Snake Plissken's gun from Escape from New York.
Thanks, man. This might come in handy.
You can also use a variety of explosives against the gang members, including grenades, Molotov cocktails, C4, and machine gun turrets. The game controls quite nicely, and never did I die because of them. Only because I sucked at the game and didn't know how to play it really well. But never because of the controls. Your buttons consist of a shoot, jump, sub-weapon, which doubles as a grenade, weapon pickup, which doubles as a door interaction, and a slide that comes in handy when things get too hairy. My only one small gripe with the controls is that they do not let you shoot up or diagonally. It's a small gripe that I got used to fairly quickly and doesn't take away from the gameplay. Overall, the controls make you feel as if you are in full control of the bounty hunter at all times and are rather smooth. This game can be challenging, but not too challenging. I played through on normal difficulty, and it took me roughly 5 hours to beat. Beating the game on normal unlocks badass difficulty. The game is filled with many secrets as well. Each level has 3 goals: kill all the enemies, find all the 3 secret stashes which resemble the suitcases in Pulp Fiction, and finish the level without dying. This game is a no death run gamer's wet dream. The graphics of this game are beautifully hand-drawn 16-bit pixel art that use a wide variety of neon light colors. They definitely fit the retro theme that this game is going for. You will fight in cityscapes, junkyards, casinos, and several other 80s inspired settings. The game would have fit quite nicely in the Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis library back in the day. The variety of the settings adds to the fun. The sounds heard in this game are also top notch, with even Twisted Sister adding their musical talents to the soundtrack. I found myself being inspired by the tunes to keep on playing. They are rocking. Have a listen.
Touch me.
What really made Huntdown something special for me was the amount of 80s pop culture influence it contained. The wrestler named Bad Boy Bod sounds like Randy Macho Man Savage, and it was ultra cool being able to face off against him and hearing him. Another memorable character in the game is the Shogun. He is a tribute to the 80s icon, the Shogun of Harlem, in the Berry Gordy classic, The Last Dragon.
Now, when I say, who's the master? You say, Shogun.
The game is sprinkled with tons of little Easter eggs. Posters on the walls resemble some of the posters of 80s movies. There are tons of references and nods to movies like The Terminator, Back to the Future, The Predator, Escape from New York, Star Wars, and several other movies. See if you can guess where they originate from in these next few clips.
Come on, you winks. You want to live forever?
What happened?
Didn't think so.
This game is available for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and exclusive to the Epic Game Store on PC. I picked it up on the Epic Game Store using a coupon for the cool price of $10. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to The Big Retro Show and add a comment or two below. Hit the like button, and I will see you next time on The Big Retro Show.